Your ship is like an ark, and the crew is the most important part of your endeavor. If you die, you will respawn as one of them, with all of your abilities and flaws included. New captain promoted. New captain promoted. New captain promoted. New captain promoted. As long as crew members are alive, so are you.
In a near future ravaged by wars, corrupt regimes and devastating pollution, influential corporations have created the Genesis program in a last-ditch attempt to save humanity. As the captain of a Genesis starship, you journey into uncharted space on the ultimate mission. Build and manage a space vessel, farm resources, deal with the terrifying alien infestations, clone creatures, and explore a vast, randomly generated universe. What up, Jippers? L-Play's back, and today we're talking about another game that I am super excited about, and that is Genesis Alpha 1. It's an upcoming sci-fi game set to release on PC, PS4, and Xbox One on January the 29th. January the 29th. It's out this freaking month, and somehow you are not yet excited about this game. So, let's take a look at what the heck this thing is and why I am excited for it. And you might just be too at the end of this video. Genesis Alpha 1 is a, hold on a minute. I have it right here. What genre is this game again? Oh, that's right. All of them. Bear with me. It sounds a little bit strange, but it's super freaking cool. It's kind of like a fast, fluid, super swish first-person sci-fi space shooter, but also a bit of a roguelike dungeon crawler, but also a scary survival game that kind of focuses heavily on base building and is actually a Sims-like resource task management type thing. Kind of like Theme Park World, but with a spaceship instead of a theme park. Okay? Good. Glad I could clear that up for you. In all seriousness, I've been wanting to make a video about Genesis Alpha 1, about this freaking game, ever since I first saw it in action last year at EGX. I went there, I met up with one of my Patreons, Anakey there, we were looking at loads of really cool games. This was one that caught our attention. I didn't actually play it, but I was watching other people play it just to get a feel for it, and I thought, you know what, that looks really freaking cool. I'm going to go back and I'm going to make a video on it. And I haven't until now, and now it's about to come out, so I feel like this is the perfect time to let you guys know about this absolute gem of an idea for a game. Yes, I probably should have done that sooner, but you know, life comes at you fast sometimes. So, watching the game personally, there were a few things that really stood out to me and instantly grabbed my attention, straight away just from having a quick glimpse at it. Number one was that it has a really freaking cool alien-style spacecraft aesthetic, smooth first-person gunplay, long winding maze-like corridors to get lost, scared, and killed in, and a pretty eerie survival feel to the whole thing. All of these things are things I like a lot. I love games like Alien Isolation, these kind of winding, dark, echoey corridors in spaceships and things. It's just a really fantastic setting for a game, and the look and feel of all of this feels pretty good from what I've seen so far. Number 2, procedural generation of the galaxy, missions, locations, and environments, despite it still all looking very much like it's handcrafted and having that purpose-built feel to everything that you actually see in the game. And it also has a core storyline. The proc gen in this game is going to add a ton of replayability and of course a nice little element of surprise without going overboard and sacrificing quality or visual style. The enemies, the building blocks, all of that stuff, it looks polished, it looks good, but the layouts and configurations of everything should remain fresh because of the way they're procedurally generated, even after many hours of gameplay. I'm definitely a fan of that. You guys know I'm a fan of procedural generation in general. Games like No Man's Sky really pushing the boundaries with this kind of tech. I want to see more of it. Games that are adding it in instantly kind of catch my eye and my attention, but this one in particular actually looks like it's going to be really freaking good. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that plays out and just how the proc gen actually works and if it is able to keep it fresh or if it does get repetitive pretty quickly. And then finally, number 3, the base building and resource task management side of things in this game is freaking huge. You build the Genesis ship that you are on, this great vessel, this mission that you're leading to fly this ship and save humanity. You own that ship, that's your little baby in this game, or quite a big baby actually. And it looks like a really vast, heavily customizable modular construction system. Once you build and configure it and upgrade it and alter this great big base ship, you can then go back into first person mode and actually walk around all of the corridors and areas and rooms and things that you've just designed yourself as if it was just a pre-made game level in the game in a first person cool slick space shooter game. That to me sounds really freaking awesome. That idea of like going into the build menu, customizing, upgrading, getting really into all of that stuff and coming up with this awesome layout and then actually being able to jump into first person and walk around it. Again, it's similar to those like theme park type games where you'd go into like the visitor view and you can look around. But instead of just being that like really dummy dum floating head camera thing, this actually puts you in that environment and lets you playing it as a proper freaking game and it looks cool as heck. Basically, you look out one of the windows in your ship and you're gonna see all of the corridors and things that you just designed in that editor mode. So yeah, that's gonna be really awesome to see it all come to life like that. I'm excited about the possibilities with this and just kind of being able to like build something really cool and then properly explore it in these 2 different versions of how the game works sounds really intriguing to me. It's a cool concept, it's quite unique, and I'm very excited to try it out. Now, it was really strange to see all of this going on during the gameplay that I was showed at EGX, and it almost brings to mind something like a football manager game, where like you spend half of the game building your team, fine-tuning, upgrading, tweaking, unlocking new elements, new parts, new ratings, new players, and then bam! The other half of the time is spent actually playing the game, actually doing the sport, right in the thick of the action, and all the time while you're doing that, noticing all the stuff that you just worked through in that other part of the game and the planning stages before you actually jumped in. The difference, of course, is that I don't care about football at all, but an epic sci-fi space adventure is exactly my cup of tea. And then it all gets a little bit Jurassic Park, because another big part of this game and the resource management and the expansion of your Genesis ship is all centered around the collection of DNA and the use of that DNA for cloning. Basically, the way this works is that using DNA that you find and collect throughout the game, you can clone new crew members. You can create them artificially from the DNA that you've taken or collected, and then you can use certain types of DNA to give them special attributes, things that unlock new abilities for them and all of that kind of stuff. And it's through that mechanism that you're actually going to upgrade and expand your footprint in the galaxy and grow your Genesis home ship into a complex, sprawling labyrinth of pretty much every space movie ever epicness. I'm sold. Well, I probably will be when the game actually comes out later this month. Do not pre-order games ever. But do for sure keep your eyes out for this one and take a look when it does drop, because I think a lot of you guys that like the kind of stuff that I do are going to be excited about this one too. So yeah, IML Plays, that was another game that I am hyped for. Yes, I know, surprise, surprise. And now I want you to tell me what you think about Genesis Alpha 1. Had you heard about this game before? Are you already excited about it? Is this completely new to you? If it is, what do you think? And if you have been following the game for a while now, then please let me know in the comments some of the things that you're most excited about, because there's bound to be a load of cool stuff that I haven't even seen yet. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this one. Hopefully you guys are too after this video. If you did enjoy this, make sure sure you drop a like on the video. That helps like crazy, and of course it lets me know that I should keep making more and more videos in this sort of style. Oh, and also be careful when you bring ships back to your home base without checking them for evil alien life forms, because that is how you get an infestation. Take care, Jippers, and peace. Just want to give a very big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. It honestly feels freaking amazing to know that there are people out there that believe in what I do and think it's good enough to support me that extra step. So a huge thank you to Anakey, Dale from the Atlas Hub, David D, DeadDerezzer, Forgotten Stoner, Heath, HusbandVader, Jeremy J, Johannes A, Jtecnique, Kyle Culver, Lukash M, Foraday, Madeline J, Malindog, Mark F, Mark D, Mingrui, Neil B, NTB, Ongrad, Autumn Long, Paul Lawson, Rasmus K, Russell H, Shirokumajelly, Wise Gek G, the Golden Gek, the Portrait Dude, Todd C, Todd H, TyTheBlazer, Vanella, and Varuna. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much.